Welcome to official highlights of FormulaPlaystation League run by myself, I'm Aarava, and welcome to round 4 here at Canada. After a week's summer break, we're here at the high-speed Canadian circuit with only 14 turns. We've got 35 laps here, and the tyres available are the super soft, softs, inters and wets, and I have a feeling that we're going to have to use all 4 of them at this race as we've got a chance of rain, so it should be interesting. I think it'll be a lot closer, so let's get into the qualifying. So the qualifying shaped up like this. We've got Tom 97 Strat on pole with a 1:11.781 on prime tyre, so very impressive there. We've got Hyperlix in second and Mclaren in third, all qualifying on the prime tyre. We've got myself in 4th place on the options, Neek on 5th, Cal HD in 6th, Boss 1996 in 7th, Owen in 8th, Anton the Beast HD in 9th, Snoop Markey in 10th, very well done to him, Ricky Muse in 11th, and Chaz B DNF/disconnected during the qualifying. Shame, and we had 4 D-not starters, so unfortunate there, but we will still have 11 runners in the race. Should be a very interesting one. As I said, a chance of rain, so anything can happen really, anything could. So it should be tight. It's a very close qualifying, closer than we've ever had before. So let's get into round 4 of FormulaPlaystation. So here we are, round 4 of FormulaPlaystation here at Canada, a high-speed circuit. It should be an interesting race. We've got a chance of rain, and I think that will be definitely coming into play. So right now we're starting dry. Tom is on pole with those prime tyres. Very impressive time indeed. Here the Ferraris lie in the stern in 4th and 5th. We've got Cal behind in 6th place, and we've got views from myself, Cal, Boss and Snoop Marquis, as Cal's now got Elgato and so has Snoop. So now 5 red lights and we are off for round 4 of FormulaPlaystation, and I'm going to use some of the curves, and Hope is going to ding to the left. Tom is going to lead into the first corner, and looks like he's gone really wide, and I've managed to overtake Mini Cheddars there. Cal watches on and he sees Neek squeeze Mini Cheddars basically. Mini Cheddars goes really wide, obviously trying to give some room, and Snoop just getting squeezed out by Anton the Beast HD and his Red Bull there. So we're going through the chicane. It's all really closely knitted. We've got 11 people running, but it's still all very close, and Boss watches on as we've got 3 people going to this corner. They're all going really wide. Boss goes wide as well, and looks like Cal's going to make a move on Mini Cheddars. Is he? Yes, he is. He's going to use all his curves. That might buy him back later on in the lap, but he's used all his curves to try and overtake Mini Cheddars, and looks like he's got that move done into the high-speed chicane. Very good to see. It continues on, and oh god, there's been a collision. The Mclaren and the Force India have collided there. So let's look at a replay from Boss's view, and oh god, looks like a bit of a lag tap there from Owen, so he will be getting 1 penalty point for lag bubble. So we've got a replay of Snoop making a move on Anton the Beast HD. Looks like the move's been done on the Red Bull, but no, there's been contact. There's been contact. I think Anton was a bit too eager to keep that line, or maybe Snoop should have given some room. But it's a bit of a racing incident. We're coming through to the chicane, and whoa, Anton just spins it completely. He just misjudges the corner, and so very unfortunate there. And he actually ended up disconnecting because his PS3 overheated. Quite funny. So we've got Cal, and you can see Neek went wide but then jumped in front of him, so a bit weird to kind of see your opponents kind of jumping around, so he's going to be a bit anxious right now. But wow, look at the speed he's got and gaining on Neek, sorry. And so we come through the chicane, and Hyperlix has lost it. Hyperlix has lost it. I'm into 2nd place. Cal's coming through. Neek's got launched on the chicane, and he is crashed. And he's not crashed out completely, so Cal continues on, Neek continues on, and Hyperlix does as well. And whoa, Boss has lost it on lap 2. Boss has lost it out of that second corner, sorry. And Boss, whoa, okay, so it looks like he's just really put the power down too fast, too eager there on the throttle. And that's good to see that he's letting the Mclaren safely go through. So Boss is down in 8th place. He's going to have some catching up to do. So we're coming to lap 3 now, and it looks like the McLaren in front's made a mistake. Mini Cheddars is coming back. Mini Cheddars is already coming back at them, and the Force India, they're going 3 abreast into the next corner, the hairpin stadium section, and it looks like Boss will be overtaking the McLaren. Yes, he will. And Boss overtakes the McLaren brilliantly. Mini Cheddars coming back at him though. Mini Cheddars has always been known for running 1-1 wings and some really fast gears, so let's see what sort of speed he can gain. And look at that, wow. He's got DRS as well, surely. Yes, he does, I think. And so he comes through into the chicane. It's an easy move there for Mini Cheddars. Done and dusted. And so he's up into 6th place. So Cal's trying to make a move on me. He's going to judge himself. And we're coming through to chicane. And I hit the wall a tiny bit. Looks like Cal's got a better line off that chicane. And looks like he's going to try and make a move down the inside of the first turn. I'm going to brake late. I'm going to go around the outside to the inside of this corner. And oh god, a bit of a lag tap there from myself, and Cal continues on. Not too much drama, a tiny bit of lag tap. Cal's held it quite well. So that will be 1 penalty point to me for lag bubble. And so Cal is trying to come through. He's still looking. He might look down the outside of this corner. And yes, he does. He's going to try and go round the outside. I keep tight on the apex to give him some room. But Cal just can't make it done. He just doesn't have enough traction on the inside of that corner. But he's still going to try. Look at those gears already working for him. He's gaining on me every single straight until we're coming through to the high-speed chicane. Hyperdix is right behind us. So he's going to catch up every time we are fighting. There he is. So he's basically there. And at this point, I'm thinking maybe I can try and get the DRS on them if I brake really early and try and do something like that. And so Cal's coming through. And looks like he's... Oh, God, he's being kind of caught behind me. And Hyperdix squeezed him out quite aggressively. But still, fair enough. Cal's lost 2 places there. Well, effectively 2 places. Could have gained 1 place on me. So he's got DRS, but it's no use. But Hyperdix has got DRS on me. And he's going to storm past there. No front wing at all, but he's still going to come past. Oh, really aggressively over the chicane. He uses a pad. Obviously quite tricky to get a nice tight turning circle into the chicane. Well, Hyperdix is up into 2nd place again. Tom far out in front in 1st place right now. So we cut to lap 6. And the McLaren's lost it. And he's just going to get out of the way. Good to see from McLaren. So Cal is chasing me on lap 6. And here, wily old Fox move there. Going to let Cal through. And I'm going to use all my curves and get the DRS on him afterwards. But as that's going on, Snoop has lost it. Minichair is going to come through for 5th place, that is. So Minichair is making his way back. And so now I'm going to cut back to the action. I've got DRS on Cal. And looks like I'm going to storm through on the inside. It's going to be really close. And I brake, and Cal is going to give me some room. And so we come through to chicane, and Cal gets a bit of a better run off. He's got some slipstream there, putting up to Rich Mix. So he's going to try and do some sort of move into turn 1 maybe. He's going to try around the outside of this corner. I'm going to brake nice and late, hit the apex of both corners, and I'm going to make the defence done. So Cal has to stay in 4th place for now. So he's changed out to mix 2. So obviously saving some fuel, maybe saving the fuel, the rich mix for the straights, the main straight really. So we've got a replay here. Is this a replay of Boss coming through? And he's coming through the first corner, and he's catching up to Mini Cheddar's, really keeping up with him, should I say. Mini Cheddar's on a charge really. And so Boss is coming through to the first high-speed chicane sort of, and oh god, he's disconnected. So Boss is out of the race. Really unfortunate there. Boss is disconnected. So now Cal, he's got DRS on me, and he's going to storm down the outside of this corner. I'm going to give him room, but it looks like he's gone too high. He's locking up on my screen, and Cal is just going to have to settle for that runoff area. And okay, good kind of attempt from Cal, but he couldn't pull it off there without putting us both in the wall. So lap 8, Cal pits quite early, in fact, actually, in my opinion, but maybe his tyres have gone off. So he pits. It's an okay pit stop. 2.9, obviously equal car performance, so pit stops aren't going to vary very much. Let's see, in fact, if they vary very much. So I'm going to go into the options. Cal's gone into the options again because there is a chance of rain, and we're both suspecting the rain will come at the end, so there's no point running the prime tyre. We don't need to. We're going to change on to wet tyres later on, so might as well run the faster tyre again. And a 5.8, obviously, because I changed my front wing, so that's okay. But Cal has managed to undercut me by quite a lot there. He's coming through the first turn, and I'm only going to the second turn right now, so he's gained a good maybe 2-3 seconds on me there in the pit stop phases. So yeah, he's done a good job there. Mini Cheddar's in 5th place. He's still making a charge, and so we're trying to chase down Cal on lap 12. And so lap 19, it's been a while, but as you can see, I'm setting purple sectors. I've been charging for the last few laps from lap 12 onwards, and I'm going purple in all sectors on this lap, and I've got DRS on Cal. Can I catch up to him enough? It doesn't look like it. I might be able to catch him on the next lap though. So we're coming to the chicane, going to brake nice and early just to make sure. Going to go over the bumps, and I'm going to get a really nice exit from that chicane, and I'm going to try and chase down Cal, maybe look at a move down the inside. Probably not possible. So the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. And so we're chasing down Cal. Going to brake nice and early, give him some room. Cal, nice jerk to the right to defend his position. And so we're staying with him to 1:14.5. And so on the next lap, we've got the Kers. We should have the DRS, obviously. Only half a second between us. So, rear flap wide open. Let's see if we can make this move done. From Cal's view, I'm trying to come down the inside. It's not really going to work, but Cal loses it horribly on the braking. Just didn't even look like he broke properly or something like that. So Cal goes off onto the runoff area again. But then on the next lap, Cal's come back at me with Kers and DRS, and he's going to open his rear flap. So really, that might have been a blessing in disguise for him, as he can overtake me and then maybe use that momentum. And there's been a bit of a lag bump there. And so it looks like I've been... Oh, God. Wow. Alright, so into the wall there. Into the wall. Unfortunate there. A bit of a lag tap there. But, you know, really can't do much. It was in the braking zone, so you can't really help it too much. So, Cal, lap 23. He's changing to Inters. And I've thought the same thing. Mini Chairs thought the same thing as well. So we're all changing over to Inters here. So, what can I do on these Inters? I can maybe try and catch Mini Chairs and Cal. Probably not Mini Chairs. Maybe Mini Chairs will dispatch Cal, and that will allow me to gain up to him. So on lap 24 here, so we've got Cal here being chased out by Mini Chairs. Looks like he's going to try and look down the outside. It was, but no, it's just quite wet, so there's no point making a dive bomb move there. So Cal is going to put it down into standard mix, so maybe saving some fuel into lean mix, in fact. So he's saving some fuel definitely there. So Mini Chairs is going to make a move on Cal, is he? So, no, not yet, but he's going to hold for the DRS, so a bit of a wise move there from Mini Chairs. I think Cal was trying to trick him into going forward, so he would get the DRS, but it's not going to work. Mini Chairs surely is going to power pass, and silly me, I forgot it's raining, so they don't even get the DRS, but Mini Chairs, just look at the gears he's got, and obviously I think 1-1 wings, obviously, as he always runs, so he's got a lot of speed in that Force India. So on lap 27, here you can see me failing to put on the wet tyres for the pit stop. I'm literally at this point trying to find the button on my wheel, and it just completely failed, and ended up putting prime tyres on my car like an idiot because I couldn't find the button on my wheel. Always good. But Snoop Markey, the guy behind me in 5th place, was a good lap behind nearly, so I could afford to do that. Cal, lap 28, showing his amazing skills in the wet there. It's obviously 2 wet for Inters, so he's going to have to come in. But after my mistake, that mistake that he just made doesn't really matter too much. He can just waltz into the pits and it will be fine. I think I'm pretty much nearly a lap down from this point. So he's found the bottom now. He's found the wet button nice and easily. Unlike me, where I just couldn't find it for some stupid reason, really. Even though I have been using the wheel for about 6 months, I still couldn't find it. So, we're going to watch Cal's pit stop, obviously, front wing change, and those blue wet tyres, the blue sidewall. And it's really chucking it down here. And so, finally, I'm glad to say, finally, I make it back to the pits. And I'm going to make my pit stop. Look at those prime tyres, they look so silly on my car. And that's the proper tyre we want, the blue sidewall wet tyres. And so we're coming through, and in hindsight I probably could have overtaken Cal if I hadn't made the mistake, because he still would have made that mistake into the chicane, into the hairpin, sorry. So I may have just blown my chance of getting 4th place, but 5th place is still good. So Cal is going to come through to finish in 4th place, and I'm going to come through in 5th, and Snoop Mark is going to come home in 6th place. So Mini Chairs won the race in the end. Storming drive after being crashed out on lap 1, I think it was. Yes, it was. And so Tom in 2nd place in his Mercedes. Hyperdix in 3rd. He was in 1st, but he had a penalty, a 10-second penalty. It was very close, so he only dropped down to 3rd. Cal HD won in 4th place. Myself in 5th. Stu Markey in 6th. Neek in 7th. Ricky Muse in 8th. Owen in 9th. Boss in 10th. Anton the Beast HD in 11th. And everyone else did not start. Boss and Anton both disconnecting, Anton overheating, and Boss just his internet trolling him. So a really great win for Mini Chairs. He's making a habit of it now, and he's going to have to, because he's going to be missing one of the races, I'm told. And well, also generally he had a bad start to the season with some lag start issues at Malaysia. Tom doing good, consistent job, constantly being on the podium there, apart from last race obviously. But Hyperdix also, the Vettel of the league, is doing a sterling job, never been off the podium. And Cal HD1 being consistent in 4th place. and he's got ahead of me, which is what his target was really, and myself. An okay result. I wanted to be ahead of Cal to try and gain on him in the championship, but just wasn't to be, and my teammates getting some points. Really happy to see that. The McLaren's doing a good job to get some points as well. So the standings here: Hyperlix leads the way with 76 points. We've got Mini Cheddars with 66, Tom with 66 as well, very close indeed. Cal with 52, myself with 40, Boss with 30, Little Paul with 21, Snoop Marky and Owen both with 14, Neek with 6, Riggy Muse, Mickey Motions and Rybox all having 6 as well, Chazby with 2, and Anton the Beast HD and JYY are the only 2 who are yet to score in this league. And it's very, very close. You know, the top, 3 are very close. Obviously, Mini Ches and Tom on level points, and they're only 10 points behind Hyperlix, the championship leader at the moment. It's also quite close between myself and Cal, and maybe Boss if he gets a good run in the next few races. Little Paul obviously didn't race today. Both Marushas losing out quite a lot there, and my teammate Neek finally getting some good points to help us in the constructors. McLaren's doing a good job, Owen and 14 points, and Riggy Muse doing quite a good job. I think Riggy Muse will be happy with himself to have 6 points at the moment, as he is a bit off the pace from the main pack, but still doing a great job at the back to get some vital points. So it's going to be really close. Obviously, it's only a 10 race season, so we've got 6 races left, so it's all to play for really. And as I said, Ricciardo is going to miss a race, so you can't really afford to, so he needs to get all the points he can. So here are the constructors. Caterham lead the way with 90 points, big lead. Force India with 68, Mercedes with 66, 2 points in between those two teams. Lotus with 58, Ferrari with 46, Red Bull Racing with 30, Marussia with 27, and McLaren with 20. So even though Marussia missed out on 2 scoring positions today, they still are in 7th place ahead of McLaren. Ferrari jumping up a tiny bit in the points, but not in the standings. Force India jumping up quite a lot. I believe they were 4th or 5th last race, so they've jumped up all the way up to 2nd after Mini Cheddar's 2 runs of great results. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. Comment below, subscribe new for weekly F1. Comment below on what you think I can improve. There's always stuff to improve maybe, and I'll be hoping to keep these highlights up for the whole season, and hopefully we'll have a season edit at the end, which will be quite good to do. So guys, the next race will be Korea. Don't ask why. Don't ask why I chose that. I don't know why. Looking back at it, it's quite a stupid move. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I've been aarava, and we'll see you guys next time.